Hi and welcome to another gaming video, and in today's video I want to talk about Microsoft or a portable Xbox, a handheld Xbox. So this subject has been talked about for a number of years and now it's here in some form anyway. Everyone wants to be in on handheld gaming, especially with the success of the Switch and to some degree like the Steam Deck and these little portable emulation devices. So Microsoft have come out with this ROG Xbox Ally. It's made by Asus, so it's not technically Xbox hardware, and that's not a bad thing. Microsoft have made the software. It's got Xbox software, PC software. It's even got Xbox buttons. This ROG Xbox Ally, it looks a bit like they've just stretched an Xbox controller and put a 7-inch screen in it, and that's it. I mean, it looks similar to what they did with the Sony PlayStation Portal, and that's not a bad thing. I mean, it really isn't a bad idea. Why not use a company that's already good at making powerful handhelds and use them? So it's Asus or ROG hardware with Microsoft or Xbox software on it, and it can play Xbox games, it can play Windows games apparently, and it can play any games that you can play, like any storefront that you can use on Windows, you can use on this thing. So maybe that also means that it can play Steam games, you can load Steam onto it. So it does sound like a pretty decent machine. So we've got sort of two variants. So you've got the ROG Xbox Ally, and it's a 7-inch IPS display. It's got 16 gig of RAM. It's got an AMD Ryzen Z2A processor. It's got 512 gig of storage, and it's got a 60. I can't remember about the battery, and I don't know how long it's last, but it's got to last at least sort of 4 or 5 hours. So that's the Xbox Ally, and then you've got the Xbox Ally X. So this also has a 7-inch screen, but it's got a better processor. It's got an AMD Ryzen AI Z2 Extreme. If you've watched the sort of keynotes about this new Ally X, they go on and on and on about the AI side of it. That's great. But it's also got 24 gig of RAM and 1 terabyte of storage and an increased battery. Maybe this is going to be a bit like the Series S and the Series X. All the games will run on both, but you'll get better performance on the Ally X than you would on the Ally, but it doesn't mean that the Ally is not going to run anything. So, yeah, I mean, Microsoft have been talking about going into the handheld market for a long time, and everybody thought that they were going to make their own hardware. That takes a lot, especially for a company that's never done it before. So it makes a lot of sense for them to go and pair themselves with Asus or Asus, whatever you call it, and just bolster on some Xbox side of it. I haven't seen one running. I've seen that the sort of the promotions that has been out. I've watched a few other YouTubers, and they don't seem to have an actual unit. Maybe just like a dummy unit. Perhaps that's for like case manufacturers, etc., to get what they need before it's released. And it says it's going to be released in holiday 2025, so that's going to be towards the end of the year. And it's an interesting concept, because Nintendo with the Switch, they really have stolen the market for portable gaming, and to be able to take your Xbox games on the go would be amazing. So like I say, it should be ready for holiday season 2025, so that's about 6 months' time. That's relatively short. If they were to make their own hardware, it would be years in development. So this is a quick way of getting into the market, competing with like the Switch 2 and whatever else is coming out, and bringing Xbox into the handheld world. So let me know what you think. Personally, I think it looks great. I mean, it's big and it's bulky, and I can't see the battery being absolutely fantastic. Will it run all Xbox games? What will the experience be like? What will the battery be like? Can you connect it to a TV so you could have sort of almost like a hybrid similar to the Switch? Those I don't know the answer to, but I'm going to be keeping a close eye on this. So that is the Asus ROG Xbox Ally and the Ally X. Link, like, subscribe, enjoy.